shit. If you can talk shit on everybody else, you should be able to talk shit on those people. Welcome to Blackout Entertainment. This is your host, Blackout Boy. And yeah, welcome. So, there's a lot of shit happening in the world right now where everybody is just so politically correct, right? Everyone's trying to be so politically correct, and it's a fucking toxin in our world, I feel like. Thank God that Elon Musk bought Twitter so we can have freedom of speech. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is a good fucking thing. Regardless of how you feel about any racist shit, anything, it's a good thing. Freedom of speech only exists when you can hear things that you don't like. It's not like, oh, you can say whatever you want and then fuck everybody else. No, no, no. That's not how freedom of speech works. Freedom of speech works because you have freedom, so does someone else. You have a right to talk shit, so does everyone else. And I feel like people don't get that, you know? And as toxic as it is, the world is fucking toxic, you know? Life can't be perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. There's ups and downs, there's black and whites, it's a combination. It's gray. Life is gray. But people just want to they just they just want to control everything, and I feel like it's up to people like me to just talk shit and not support all that political woke bullshit, you know? Like, I'm not too far to the right either, and I'm not too far to the left. I'd like to say I'm just right in the middle, just where you should be, you know? Like, I don't think you should lean to one extreme or the other. But thank God that X at least supports freedom of speech. And I know X is such a toxic fucking place, but it's actually pretty funny. And if you can deal with it, like you can what's it called? You can fucking ignore all the bullshit, and you have to have the tough skin to be on X, to be honest. And if you're gonna walk through life expecting everything to be rainbows and butterflies and flowers, you don't know what reality is. Reality is not supposed to be perfect. It's just not. You're supposed to suffer, I feel like, because suffering comes actual happiness. And I feel like everybody just wants to be stuck in their little fucking bubble. They don't want to hear anything that they don't like. Well, I'm sorry. This world is made up of millions, billions of people, not thousands, billions of people. And so to walk around and feel like your opinion and your thoughts are the only one that matters is fucking stupid. It's fucking asinine. You're a piece of shit. And for you to try to control what other people think is you're just going to give yourself a bad time. You know, you can't control what people think. You can't control how they act. Whether it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. At the end of the day, you can't control people. You just got to let them live and be and think the things that they think. And you just got to get the fuck over it, you know? As much as I don't agree with a lot of the shit that people say on Twitter, I find it actually really fucking funny. And yeah, well, let's look through all the fucking bullshit, Just give my opinion because I feel like I'm not too far to the right or too far to the left. I just feel like instead of taking everything up the ass, taking everything too serious, we should have fun within the bad things. You know what I mean? I mean, there's horrible things that people do, like fucking murder, and wars and shit like that, and rape or whatever. And yeah, that's horrible. But I don't think that we should be censoring people for having jokes about it. I'm sorry, it is what it is. You can't stop people from joking. They're gonna make a fool out of everything. You just have to have tough skin. If you can't walk through this life with tough skin, then I don't know. You might as well just off yourself. Just joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you're gonna be in for you know, a big surprise, trouble when you realize that people are gonna just say fuck you. You know, you can try to control and try to exert your opinion. This is wrong. You can't joke about that. You're a piece of shit. Yeah, well, guess what? At the end of the day, those people don't give a fuck. They, like, do yourself a favor and just don't don't give a fuck. Pretty much. I mean, you can try to do something about it, but at the end of the day, you're just gonna make these people like talk more shit. Just as long as you're not raping or hurting anybody, let them fucking joke. If that's their way of fucking letting off their stress, let them joke. This whole freedom of speech thing is it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be able to talk their shit and state their opinion, but they don't want to hear anyone else's opinion. And that just is not the way life works, you know? You can't have your cake and not let someone else eat it too, you know what I mean? Um, yeah. Well, anyways, let's look through this Twitter and let's see if all this shit talking that's happening right here. Give our own opinion. I like to think I'm right in the middle of things, not like I said, not too far to the right, not too far to the left, just perfectly in the middle, where I see how funny the shit talking is, but I also like, you know, don't condone any of it. If people are gonna do it, let them do it. Just chuckle, get on with your day. If it doesn't affect you, if they're not actually doing anything bad, who gives a shit? Let them talk. I feel like people need to have thicker skin nowadays. You know, I think racism's funny. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I'm a Mexican living in America. I was born in Mexico. And anytime someone says some racist shit about Mexicans, I think it's fucking hilarious. And especially because most of you guys don't realize this, but Mexicans are like the most racist people on this fucking planet. And any Mexican who's watching this and says that we're not, that's a bullshit, bro. Most of Mexico is fucking racist, not only to whites and blacks and Chinese, but to themselves especially. Mexicans are the most racist people on this planet. Well, in my perspective, you know, especially because me, dude, I just love talking shit. It's funny, but I'm not actually racist. It's just I say racist shit and it's hilarious. And dude, I have so many friends from all walks of life. I have Asian friends, Indian friends, black friends. I have all kinds of friends. I'm not a racist, but I say racist shit because it's funny. And yeah, I feel like we could all get along if we all just didn't give a fuck. Like, oh, okay, you said something racist. Okay. Most stereotypes are actually fucking true. That's why, people say them. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, let's go on to this Twitter shit and see all the racist shit that's going on. All right.
Always goes off of October 7th, and on October 7th,
in 1949 when we got
it started before that.
When we got
it started before that. It started before that. It started before that. It started before that. You guys were killing people. Israel was founded upon terrorism. Israel was founded upon terrorism.
Can you agree there's killing on both sides?
Again, of course there is. Of course there is. But here's the difference.
That's a fact of life.
I value both. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, like I was saying, this guy just name calling. Anyway, Zionist propaganda always goes off of October 7th, and on October 7th,
in 1949 when we got
it started before that.
When we got
it started before that. It started before that. It started before that. It started before that. You guys were killing people. Israel was founded upon terrorism. Israel was founded upon.
Bro, Myron's got a fucking red dot right on his head, and no, it's not because he's Indian. Looks like someone's trying to snipe him. It's either that. It's one of those lasers, people are just trying to fuck with him. It's probably most likely it. I honestly don't know what to believe most of these podcasters, like their videos, because most of their shit is like a skit, I feel like they do this shit on purpose, obviously for, exposure and shit, controversy. especially Myron, dude. That guy just fucking. I don't know what it is about him, but everything that he does, sometimes he makes points, but he just strikes me as a fucking like a loser, bro. Like he tries too hard to be this tough guy, and I don't know, dude. He just screams insecurity to me. Like I've seen too many videos of him. Like, wasn't there once where like he told a guy to like go up to his apartment and like press him, and the dude did, and then he just like pussied out and didn't want to like fight him or something. I seen another video of him boxing, and it was the funniest fucking shit. Not boxing, but shadow boxing. Like, bro, his stance was so fucking awkward. I'm not saying mine's any better because I've actually never boxed, but I'm pretty sure I could do a little bit better than that. Um, he just looks so awkward. But I don't know, dude. John Jones looks awkward. John Jones is fucking. He's a beast. You know. So I'm not gonna full on judge him. He just looked cheesy as fuck in that video. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but you know, who am I to talk shit? I don't even box. But it's just funny. Anyways, let's keep going down. Oh, like the whole Israel shit, dude. Shit's crazy because you can't talk about him. And I feel like that's bullshit because it's like you can talk every other fucking race or whatever, but the second you talk about, that place or, those people, like you automatically canceled. It's considered anti-Semitic. It's just weird. It's weird. And then going on to the whole Kanye thing where it's like, how he's going all, well, he's going all Holocausty. He There's been a lot more people exposing that shit. Like that Kanye might not actually be fucking crazy. Well, he's definitely crazy. Don't get me wrong. That fool's fucking insane. But there's a little truth behind his things. Hopefully, like I can find shit down my newsfeed that has to do with it. I saw one with Theo Vaughn where he's talking to some Muslim dude, and Theo says like the same thing. He's been seeing a lot of things with those people, and that they're getting um, anyone who talks about him is getting banned and censored, and all that BS. And Theo is like, yeah, I don't believe it's true, and the other Muslim guy's like, yeah, it is true actually. And it's not just them, but it's like a bunch of shit. But if you look at every fucking thing, every fucking other platform, if you talk about them, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, if you talk about them, even Trump with his laws, like if you talk about that place and those people, it's like done. Visa denied, send back to your country. Like shit's crazy, dude. It's like what the fuck do those people like? What do they fucking own? Like what kind of blackmail shit do they have on all these people that they can just demand? No shit talking to my people. I think it's bullshit. If you can talk shit on everybody else, you should be able to talk shit on those people. Yeah. I don't know. I can get a lot more into this, but I won't because I don't want to get banned. Anyways, we got Swift. Does anyone listen to T Swift? I don't, the only people who listen to T Swift are like dumb bitches. Like literally dumb bitches. But I don't know. You know, it's funny that we were talking about Kanye because he made that bitch famous. He made that bitch famous. All right. Bonnie Blue. God, that thing is disgusting, dude. And I don't necessarily blame her. I blame all you fucks that give her a passage to be who she is. females have, not just females. This is solely 100% on the dudes too. We have become degenerates, like to a whole nother level. I'm pretty sure it's happened a lot in history if you see it. That's how the Roman Empire fell. Degeneracy. Life's too good, everything's perfect. What else do you have to do besides bodily pleasures? Um, when I was younger, I would just do a lot of bodily pleasure shit too, but it's a black hole. Doesn't satisfy anything. This chick, I'm sure she's a fucking walking she demon, a she devil, a succubus. Like, damn. I remember when I used to fucking be on all copious amounts of drugs, just fucking anything that I saw. Yeah, some of the darkest times in my life. At the time when you're young, you don't, you know, oh, you feel like you're living life. It's the shit that media promotes. You're influenced by rappers and all these stars, and you want to do what Diddy did until you realize the shit that Diddy did and how dark it can get from going from fun to just a huge fucking dark hole, like her heart or lack of heart. It's it's sad because these women are influencing the younger generation. Oh, it's easy to make millions because you just pop your pussy. You pop your pussy and you got a load of dudes right here simping over you. And like I said, I don't necessarily blame her. I blame the fucking simps behind her who look at them. Look at all those fucking faggots, dude. All insecure dudes. Any dude that I see that like works out or has, any tattoos or glasses or whatever. And it goes with females too. Like y'all are compensating for your lack of fucking for your lack of confidence, like your actual confidence in you as a person. Like if you're overdressing, it's definitely because you're insecure. I 100% believe that. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Oh, I feel good when I dress. Of course you do, because you rely on your clothes to make you feel good. You get value from looking nice. You don't actually have any value yourself. You just look good, and you think that equates to value. I mean, to a woman, maybe, yeah, because guys want to fuck and we want to fuck good looking things. You really, like, as a woman, you don't really need much besides look good. I mean, if you're a simp, right? If you're a simp, all you're looking for is a girl who looks good. But if you're an actual man, you don't just look for a good looking woman. Yeah, we like attractive women, but you actually look for a woman who's loyal, has qualities that are going to help you advance you in your life, can provide a family, can support that family along with you instead of just, being a succubus and probably just having a baby so she can take your money and trap you, because dude, our whole generation's fucked up. The whole marriage thing, I would not marry any bitch from my generation. Fuck no. Fuck no. These bitches ain't loyal. Neither are these dudes, dude. And Tupac said it best. Tupac said it best. Some of these dudes are more bitches than actual bitches. And misery loves company. These degenerates love degenerate company. I remember when I was a degenerate, I loved the company of degenerates too. Yeah, not anymore. Thank God I got out of that black hole. See, and this is what this podcast is about. It's blackout entertainment because I was in that black hole. I was in that blackout state. I had a black heart. I was doing a bunch of drugs, but I got out of it. Thank God. You know, I had an epiphany. I wanted to be a better version of myself, man. And thank God that I had, loving parents. I feel like a lot of these people lack loving parents. You know what I mean? That's one of the good things about being Mexican. Even though it's toxic as hell, our parents stuck together. And, usually it was like a piece of shit dad, but with a loving mother. Not well, at least for me. I know a lot of Mexicans too, whose dads left and their moms were pieces of shit. So I just got lucky. Honestly, I got lucky, and thank God, I had a mother and father who loved me and supported me. And honestly, even if they didn't love me, because I've been a piece of shit most of my life, um, at least they were there. You know what I mean? They could have left any time and gone for milk. My dad could have gone for milk, but he didn't. He stayed and supported us through our bullshit, through my bullshit. And well, I got to be thankful for that, because if I was like any of these motherfuckers right there in the background, most of them probably don't even have any fathers, or if they do, they're just a huge disappointment to them. I know that bitch is. All right, I'm tired of looking at her face. We're gonna go down. All right. Oh, let's see this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yo.
Hitting, really hitting. Hold up, chat.
Oh. Whoa. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Was that his brother? What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck is going on? Dude, is this for cloud? This gotta be for cloud. This can't be real. What the fuck was that shit, dude? Nah, that's gotta be fake. I mean, like, the punches were real, but that's gotta be a skit. Ain't no way that was real. See what the comments said. You add horns to the woman in the scene above. What? Oh man, that's funny. Oh shit, running low, dude. The fact that bro took this punch from behind and still stood his grounds and won is highly impressive. Bro stood on business. Yeah, yeah. Motherfucker could take a punch. That shit was weak though, bro. Fuck was that? That's crazy. Yeah, skit. That was real. Just fighting for no reason. I mean, there's no context to it, but bro, this is what I'm talking about, dude. This fucking degenerate bull. That shit needs to stop. Like, we're just influencing these kids to be pieces of shit. Like, we are literally advocating the demise of this country, you know? And you do not want the demise of this fucking country up here, right here. This one, these two right here. It's the same one. But you do not want the demise of that, dude. Like, look at every other fucking country. No, dude, we have a good thing going here where we're like one of the only places who can talk as much shit as we can. Even though it's not full 100% talk shit, at least we can talk shit more than other places, you know? And there's a lot of things wrong with America, but trust me, there's a lot more things wrong with other countries. And instead of doing better, we're just doing worse for ourselves and advocating worse things, you know? Um, we're not setting an example for the next generation. And a lot of these people are like, oh, who gives a fuck? At least I'm good. You know, I made my millions. I'm fine. Everybody else can rot. That's exactly the bullshit that needs to fucking stop, is that type of mentality. You know, we all live in this world and we have a duty, you know, an obligation to like help each other. That's how the world was like developed, you know? We do things for each other in service. That was the whole point of money, is you service things, right? Like that's how you make money. You become a service to people, and people give you money for that service. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, I gotta charge my computer before it crashes. Anyways, yeah, we have a literal obligation to each other, and those people who are just siphoning things out of us, our attention, all that. It's like, yo, what the fuck is that, dude? Fuck you. Like, again, it's I blame the viewers. Just same with the Bonnie chick or whatever the fuck her name is. I don't necessarily blame her. I blame the people who like are promoting that. Who give her uh, act like a privilege to do that. Like they're praising it. Uh, it's the same thing with these streamers. It's like stop watching them. You guys are literally making it so they have an incentive to keep doing this because you're getting paid off your fucking attention. You know what I mean? Focus on yourselves. Oh, there goes my camera light. My camera light. Oh, let me turn on the other one. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. We have an obligation to each other, and well, this is why I make videos. It's just like to talk shit first of all, because talking shit is funny, but second of all, to make people realize that like stop paying attention to this bullshit. I mean, pay attention to me. You know, I'm being a hypocrite right now. Oh fuck those people, but pay attention to me. But no, seriously, pay attention to me because yeah, we make fun of this fucking shit, so you don't have to. But also, like, I want to inspire people, right, to not pay too much attention. Yeah, sure, you can brain rot yourself for a little bit, maybe like 1 or 2 hours a day, but most of your day should be on bettering yourself and the people around you. If you want to actually make your life better, because I know a lot of you motherfuckers watching this, a lot of you motherfuckers are depressed, sitting on your phone, doom scrolling, and you could be out there enjoying fucking life. You know what I mean? Actually doing shit. Personally, me, I like working. I like working on different things. I like learning, I like inspiring people because at the end of the day, the best things you have are your relationships, right? Your relationships with people around you, the things you've accomplished, you know, being on your phone all day and watching all these brain rot, especially these fucking idiots, it's not going to make you feel better. You're just going to make it feel worse about yourself, especially when you realize that they're making money off of your attention. You know what I mean? You'll be like, what the fuck am I doing? How are these people making millions and I'm just over here just doom scrolling? It's because you're not doing shit, man. Go out, be the best at your job, learn a new skill. That's how you're going to fucking better yourself. Anyways, enough with my ranting. Let's go back onto this fucking Twitter shit right here. Uh, Musk officially blamed his black eye on his 5-year-old son, claiming he told him to punch him as a game. However, on closer inspection, you can see other bruising and scratching. What kind of bullshit is this, dude? What the fuck, dude? Dude is into some kinky shit, and he was embarrassed, claiming he told his son to punch him as a game. Yeah, son, punch. Yeah, that's retarded. I mean, is it bad that I called him retarded since he's on the spectrum? Piece of shit. But that was is probably some shit like that chick on that last video that we saw, where he pissed off some girl, probably one of his many baby mamas, and she beat the shit out of him. You don't pay enough child support. Blah, blah. I could believe that. Did you hear that this motherfucker was on ecstasy and Adderall and all kinds of other shit during his like campaigning for Trump? Everybody saw it. Even right now when he did his whole speech, his like goodbye speech with Trump, motherfucker was tweaking. I don't know if you saw that shit. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but you know, if you look at the videos, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember when I was doing a bunch of coke. That's how. Just yeah, crazy ass tweaking shit, especially on ecstasy. That shit, jaw grinding, eyes dilated. Good old days. Don't do drugs. They're too much fun. Anyways, that's probably it for. It's almost 1 in the morning for me. Um, yeah, it's my first video. Hopefully you liked it. There's a bunch of rant mostly, but yeah, this is Blackout Entertainment where you get a bunch of crazy shit from a former ex druggie, but renewed person, I guess. Not a drug anymore. I mean, I am drinking alcohol, but yeah, that's light work compared to everything else I used to do. Anyways, I'm just here to motivate, entertain, um, and yeah, in the future I'll have better videos. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter if you liked what you heard. And yeah, bye.